G'day folks, this is Sim and welcome to TerraFirmaCraft done from down under. I thought we'd duck down before we get started today and have a look in the cellar and see exactly what's going on, because I put all of the meat that we grabbed the other day down here, and I wanted to give a demonstration of storage and the various different effects. So you can see that was 160 grams of cooked salt beef, and it's now decayed down by 76%, so we might as well grab that, and I have a knife and trim off the rubbish and eat what's left because there's no protein left in it. In here now at the moment you can see that there is a massive difference. Now what I wanted to do is, we're looking at 8.5 down to 2, 7 down to 3.5, 8 down to 3. That one's really low, and that one's pretty low as well. So let's grab one of these, grab the worst one, pull it out of there, and let's open it up and see whether there is actually, it is really what it says it is or not. So yep, they seem to be consistent. So what we will do to stop them decaying faster, oh well, not in there we won't. To stop them decaying faster, we will get that out of the hand and bring up the inventory. Alright, and we will trim this down. And that one as well, and we may as well compress it down as well. Oh, and speaking of food, I better eat something. Hey, that's not real cool. Quick, before I starve to death. Alright, that's a little better. So what we got? 1, 2, 3 there, and we'll throw that one in with that one, and we may as well trim down a couple more. I'll do the rest off camera. This one here I put out specifically as a test, so let's grab it and have a look at what the difference is with this one. And as you can see, the ones in the chest have pretty much held out better, only fractionally, than the others, and that's more likely because the light level in here is just fractionally different. Although no, it does say the block light level is 0, but it's probably 1 if I was down at my feet level. So we can assume that that's probably the only thing that's making a difference. So in ceramic vessels, inside of chests is probably the best way to store your food. You can see what you've got and you get the maximum amount of life out of your food. Alright, now we've wasted all the daylight, let's grab something to drink quickly. And we may as well suck one of these down now, in fact, and refill it. And we probably want to grab the hoe, because what I want to do is head down to the farm, and the hoe's not in there. Shut the door when you leave too, Glenn. Alright, so the hickory down there has grown again, and I really need to grab that. And in case I didn't cover it properly earlier, different wood types burn at different temperatures, and different trees grow at different rates. Now hickory is one of the woods that's available that burns really hot, and it's actually needed to be able to get the temperature up in a pit kiln early on in the piece, so it is pretty important as far as I know. Well, not so much a pit kiln, but a fire pit. So we'll grab that fairly soon. But what I want to do first is I want to head down, because I have done, oh crikey, hang on a second, here. Here's my stairway on this side. Probably should show that off. And the other thing that I probably should show off, this is just me experimenting, getting an idea for the way the house is going to lay out. We'll talk about a little bit more about that later. I've leveled off and penned the area here, and managed to drag all of the animals in, so they should all be in there, although I seem to be missing a lot of pigs. Is it because I'm not close enough and they're just not in view? Where are the pigs? Like, seriously, where are the pigs? There should have been a whole bunch in here. Oh, hang on, now they're popping in. Alright. Crikey. I was packing it then. I thought I'd lost these babies. Alright. Now, one of these is pregnant again, and the sun's going down. I went and grabbed the other pair of horses that I'd seen, and I have now discovered that every single horse in this place and every single donkey is a male. And what's the bet that the two that were killed, the two white ones, at least one of them was a female? Any money? So now I am going to have to try and find a female donkey and a female horse and drag them back here. Alright. The willow trees have been tossed over the back over there so that I can get more wood, because I'm going to need that. And that wasn't exciting. That was just basically, again, doing some leveling of the land. I do want to show you the other project that I've been working on, because I have actually been quite busy, but as I said, it's been mostly grunt work. But if we have a look at the calendar, we can see that it's now fully into spring, the 5th of April. So a fair amount of time has passed when you consider that we planted the crops over there in late winter. We should, if we're lucky, actually have some stuff to harvest. Actually looking over there now, because I have trimmed off a little bit of terrain so that we can see the farm a bit better, and that red there is almost guaranteed to be the capsicums. So fingers crossed we'll have a harvest available to us, and I can really do with the vegetables. And the other thing that I need is fruit, and let's check our fruit bushes out, because these I would have thought would have fruited by now, but at the moment doesn't look like there's anything there. Nope. I've got some fruit tree saplings, but I don't really want to put them down until I've done more terraforming down in this area down here. I mean, I probably should, because I can probably trim the branches off. I think I've got peach trees. That's the only thing that I've found so far. Right, now, is there anything else that we can actually do or discuss? There is something that I need to worry about, and that is cheese, because that's one of the ways to get dairy, and cheese is also very long lasting. But I haven't actually prepped for that, so I think we'll talk about cheese in the next episode. We've got a couple of cows, so we should be able to do something about that. Alright, so where's the sun? Okay, so it's not even midnight yet. It's going to be a while. I'm going to pause it here, and I'll be back in the morning. We'll meet down at the farm, okay? Okay, so sun's up, mobs have burnt, and now the rain, of course, is coming down, so I've turned particles to minimal so that we don't have to deal with the sound. I've been doing a little bit of work down here to make this bigger, but right now let's see what we have got, what is ready and what isn't. There it is. So where you can see now that we've really sucked down on the, in fact that one is exceptionally low. I hope that there will be enough to keep the growth going. If we come and have a look over here, we can see that A is all sucked down as well, but these are very close to done, so they should be okay. Here the carrots haven't actually drained everything out. I'm not sure what those ones are, I can't remember, and we've definitely pulled these ones out. Now the jute, okay, so the jute hasn't taken any resources out of the ground. Oh no, it has. It's just, it's strange. It doesn't appear to have done anything there, but here you can just barely see that it is sunk down. And what have we got over here? These ones here are all looking good as well. So let's change modes and see whether any of these are ready. Hydration is good, and alright, they're not ready for harvest. These ones definitely are, and the good thing about these is the peppers, or capsicums as I prefer to call them, are harvestable, and they're one of the crops that you can, oops, now we're full, that you can harvest multiple times off the same plant. Now the thing to remember, of course, is that we need to get the seeds back at the end of the growing season, so we still do have to break them, but there's a pretty good chance, considering it's only spring, that we'll get at least one more harvest out of these. Of course, the problem is that the nutrient level is going to be quite low, so there's no guarantee, and I don't have access to fertilizer. Now these ones here, and the jute is not ready. These ones definitely are, so let's grab these as well. And as you can see, right, all of that, and we still haven't got one full stack of veggie. So obviously we need a fairly decent farm to be able to keep those rolling. And the downside of the veggies is that they also tend to decay a lot faster than other things. But right now I can finally get my veggie up, and you'll see my health dropped, and that was because my maximum health just went up. So let's have a look here, and none of these are ready, of course. Oh, hang on, these ones are, and I think these are the onions. Let's find out. Now we can't right click on these, so we're going to have to break them, and we get the crop and the seeds back. Now onions are definitely one of the best vegetables around because they grow quickly, and they have a very high output, and they're also resistant to cold. Not to mention the fact that I happen to love onions as well, so that's great. So you can see each onion is 36 odd grams, or around that amount. And if we bang that together, that little crop has given us 1.5 stacks, so to speak, of onions. So that's awesome. And I only got 7 seeds back, which I think was what we started with. But we will get them down again because we've got a growing season to work. Oh, hang on, no, we can't do that because these ones have almost guaranteed to have used up all the nutrient in the ground. So let's have a quick look. If I get the mode right, yeah, there's bugger all left there. How's this coming on? Because they're obviously going to be rotating over to this side here, and that there is still not great, unfortunately. Because obviously there was a green spot there, and there's a couple there. Let's have a look over here. Maybe we can scatter them a little bit, because this is still part of this. Oh, see, that one's good, that one's good, that one's good. So let's 1, 2, 3, and have another look. That one drops off, that one's good, that one's good, that one's good. Okay, we're going to come pretty close here. And what else do we have? Give us one more good one, come on. No, 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 no. Alright, well, we might do an experiment here and see whether the return rate on the crops is fast enough to keep them going when they're so low. As it stands though, now we've got some veggies that we can store, and we need to get them stored away as quickly as possible, and we've also got some stuff to fang out on, and then we'll be able to get our vegetable level up, and that will certainly help with the hit points. I really obviously want food and dairy as well, but that's going to take a bit of time. So let's just run home and throw these into storage straight away, so we don't have them decaying any quicker than we need them to, because they're not going to last for a long time. We're heading back out there, so it's not going to be a big deal. Oh yes, the experiments. The house is probably going to be a U-shape. That's the way I'm feeling. So we're going to have an entryway with a veranda on it, because I do like verandas. And it's going to come out along here and then go back. It's going to be fairly large. And then all the way back across here. And we may look at putting a cellar underneath it as well. The colours that I'm going with are the black cobble, so that's going to be running all through here on the bottom layer, and the dark green willow wood, and I'm using some of the what's it called again, the white elm, which is not really that very white, it's a light green, for the veranda here, and you can see how the micro blocks or the planks all go together. Now this is kind of what I'm looking for. There's going to be log supports all around the house, but I really want something just to pop out a little bit against the dark black and the dark green. So we're going to have to make a trip and see if we can find some redwood, and that should be interesting because I don't know of any that's around here, so that could be a bit of a journey. Anyway, let's get this stuff away quickly, because I do want to get down to the new tree for... Oh, going the wrong way, aren't I? And do we have a vessel that's got some space in it? That one's got room. So we'll bang the onions in there. And I really do need another vessel, because we saw the difference it makes in the storage, and I should have some here that I prepared earlier. You watch, the rain will stop right at about the same time that the sun goes down. I think that's the worst part about the rain is, oh, okay, that is the sun going down. Alright, no big deal. I will take the night and come back to you guys again in the morning. I am really looking forward to getting enough wool to be able to make a bed so that I can actually sleep through the night. But unfortunately that means finding sheep, and sheep is something that I haven't found yet, so we're going to have to see how things go. The other thing that I want to do is I want to look at making up some sort of rudimentary mob grinder. Nothing elaborate. We might look at doing something like that later, but more so just a pit in the ground that I can attract mobs to and beat on them. Because there's a chance that we might be able to get some iron off one of the zombies that way, and I'm not averse to doing that, because I just want 2 pieces of iron which will allow me to make a set of shears, and that will certainly make the wool gathering process a lot easier. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the morning. It'll only be a blink away. Okay, good morning, sunshine. Let's finish this off, shall we? Take a quick detour down here. I should have enough trees here to be able to get enough saplings back to use the scythe, so fingers crossed. How are we doing? We've got 3 so far. Okay, maybe I lied. We had 8 trees here. Anything in the middle? Slalom, slalom. Okay, how did we finish up? 6. Okay, so I started with 6, I went up to 8, now I'm back down to 6, so until we get a bit of reserve, I think I will stick with hand breaking the leaves. There's not a big difference, but it's a substantial one when you think about it. You've got a 6% chance per leaf block of a sapling dropping when you break them normally. You've got a 4% chance if you use the scythe. Now that doesn't seem like a big difference until you consider that 4% drop is effectively, or that 2% drop is effectively a 33% difference between 6% and, do I have another axe? 4%. So yeah, it definitely will, over the longer run, result in quite a drop in the amount of saplings that we get. And the hickory is something that I don't want to go hunting for again if I don't have to, so we'll just quickly take these ones out, or maybe take out half of them and go get the rest later. That reminds me, I need wood for the project that I'm working on, so I don't want to be using hickory. We need to go and grab some willow. Where are we going to go here? There we go. Alright, I'll probably cut through to the end actually, that way I'll get these ones down, but you won't have to sit through me chopping the last of these trees. And boom, down she goes. Okay, better get these back into the ground. No, not the capsicum, that's not going to grow very well there. Hang on, better make sure I get my gap right so I get enough leaves. Okay, right, so willow. Did I grab any willow? No, I didn't. So let's run upstairs and do that now. Should be able to make that jump. Oop, missed that one. And that one. Hickory. Let's get you put away quick. Huh? Which one's just got 1 in it? That one mustn't have been full. Okay, well that's easy to fix then. I'll throw that in there. What's that one like? Yeah, that one's not full either. Okay, too easy. So we need some willow, and we're going to need a fair amount of it. So let's grab two stacks. We've got the saw, so let's chop these up. Actually, I'll leave the other ones, I'll chop them later. I'm not going to need the scythe, so we may as well put that away for now. Save ourselves a little bit of space, and off we go. So the tree farm, I couldn't make it on the other side of the hill because there isn't actually an other side of the hill. It's a plateau up here. It's actually fairly flat all the way across. So we're going to make it in here, and it should look okay anyway, but the land is pretty much stays at this level all the way across here. These markers, if my memory serves me correctly, are gold, so there's some gold around here, and we'll definitely be getting to that very soon. So what I've done is I've been working on taking this out, and I am going to put you through a little bit of grunt work while we talk about this. So how it works is, as I said, these particular trees grow quite tall, and it's important that we get enough saplings back off them, preferably using the side, otherwise it takes forever. It's important that we get enough saplings off them to replant each time. So we need a way to access the leaves at a higher level. Now, I've seen a few different ways of doing this. Etho has got a very cool sky bridge, and I actually made a sky bridge on the server that I play on. But I wanted to try something a little bit different here and actually use the terrain, and that's basically what I'm going to be doing. So we've got to have enough of a gap around here to actually be able to get the saplings down and still have them grow. And the first batch that I'm going to put down, because I've only got 12 saplings, the first batch I'm going to put down, I'm actually going to separate them a little bit so I get a few extra leaves, which will give me the extra saplings I need. But eventually we will literally be using them to make a wall of trees, which should just all come down in one massive boom, I suppose is one way of putting it. But we're almost done here, so this shouldn't take too long. Let's take that one out there as well. I've gone for the most part, actually we want to leave that one there. I've gone for the most part with a gap, a drop of 3 per tier, which should give me a fair amount of height, because I'm actually going to be building a little ledge out from the top. And looks like we're on our last shovel, so let's see how long this lasts for us. Still got my pickaxe in my hotbar, so that will allow us to take this stuff here out. It's not going to hurt to have a little bit more rock salt. But we do want dirt filling up the bottom here, if for the look and nothing else. That section taken care of. Let's get this dirt back in here. And I'm probably going to have to trim that stone out, but we'll deal with that later. It will definitely annoy me if I leave it for too long. Now I don't want to use up too much of this pick too, because it's the only one that I've got, and I am going to need it when we go prospecting. So let's just clear out here, and let's just see how far we can go before this shovel breaks. And I'll do the finish up off camera if we run out, which is almost guaranteed what is going to happen. Or maybe not. It'll be touch and go. We'll see how it comes. Not much left. And there she goes. Right, now the sun will be going down shortly, so here's the plan. We take the saplings. We've got to allow a fair amount of gap because they do spread out a bit, so we're going to come in 3, which I hope should be enough, and then we're going to allow 1, 2, 3. How much space we got here? Let's try it, see whether we can get 4 apart. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've got 12 saplings, haven't I? Ah, that was dumb. So let's do it again, but let's just do them 1 apart. Should still get enough to get a positive. Oh, and I'm starving again. Could you guys do me a favour and let me know when I'm about to starve to death? Let's have some. How much grain have we got there? Yeah, I need to save a little bit because that crop hasn't come yet, and I'm probably going to need it for the animals. Alright, and 1 there, 1 there, there, and don't really have an option. So that was 12, so that's 11 that way, which means we've got a gap in between of 10, so that's going to give us about 20 trees when it's fully in place. Yeah, you can just go in there. Now, what I'm planning to do is we're going to use the fences, of which I've got some, but I'm going to need more, along here. I'm actually going to take it all the way down, so it's actually going to act to reinforce the dirt, so that the dirt itself shouldn't actually be collapsing. We can probably get 1 there. Whoops. Let's just come back this way. It's probably not what I wanted to do when I think about it, because what I want to do is I want to have it come up 1 higher, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a wooden stair, and then I'm going to have, sitting on top of that, let's see if we can do this with dirt. Yeah, well, maybe it would have been a smarter thing to do it with thatch. Oh, let's just put that there. There we go. And we've got company coming. Alright. Can we stop him from getting up here? Probably not, but we can certainly help him. Of course, the downside is that that's going to attract his mates from every direction. Yep. Alright, guys. We'll be back in the morning. Well, it rained for half the morning, but the plus side, I actually did duck over because my willow trees have grown, and I got a whole stack of sticks, which is going to allow me to do a little bit more here. Let's just see if that will stop this last one from causing any grief when we break it. Hopefully. What sort of rock is that? Rhyolite. Rhyolite's a hard rock. Okay, that's going to be worth checking out, because the harder rocks are better to work with. In the meantime, I need a little bit of dirt. Hang on a sec. There we go. Alright, let's just get those in there, and I will tidy up the rest later. Now, what have we got? We need to worry about the top before we worry about anywhere else. So let's get this on here. It's a bit rude, don't you think? Oh, my axe broke. I'll break it with me hoe. Yep. Okay. So, what I intend to do is put a platform out here. Now, I should be okay like this. Where's that willow? And we'll use this. We'll be able to place them on top. Although I may have to get a little funky. We'll see how it all goes. Because the downside is that you need something to place these against. So once we get to here, I don't think I can place them long ways. I could do something like that, but what I think I'll do is I'll gather up some grass and just run a line of thatch along here to work my way through. So we're going to call it an episode now. We're probably running over time, to be honest. When I come back in the next episode, I'll show you how this is finished up, and we'll see how it goes. Now, if we have a look, we planted the trees yesterday, and the calendar currently says, oh, look at my agriculture. That's gone up rather well. Where's the calendar? Okay, so it's the 8th of April at the moment. These trees take 7 or 8 days to grow. That's Minecraft days. So probably around about the middle of April, we should hopefully have some trees here. And we will, the other thing that I will be doing is putting a railing on here, because I don't really want to be taking a drop. So we'll run a railing along the edge as well, just to make sure. Alright, and the sun's coming down again, so I'm going to head down. Wait a second. Maybe we'll go just a fraction longer. Let's go check the harvest while we're here. Those carrots look very ready to me. Let's see. Nutrients aren't all gone. Oops, wrong key. It's getting dark. Those carrots are ready to rock. They aren't. None of those are. But the carrots are ready. So let's grab them. Oh, running out of space. And carrots are another good crop because you get really good weight out of them. So there we go, and we've got 8 for replanting. And we've got a zombie. Hello, mate. Oi! That second hit was a bit rude. Is this stuff ready to harvest yet? Nope. Those carrots are. Yeah, I know you want to kill me. What about you? Oh, okay. That's all ready to harvest as well. Whoa! And we got spiders. We got more zombies. Okay. It's probably not going to be a good idea to hang around here. Alright. Why are you not running? What? Well, there you go. Not sure why we weren't running then. But I'm going to have to head back down there as soon as the sun comes up. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to have to head back down there now. Otherwise, my stuff's going to despawn, and that's the last thing that we need. So, guess what? You're going to have to wait until the next episode to see whether I can get away with it or not. hope you like this one, everybody, and look after yourselves, take care of each other, and ciao for now.